the top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Paid to kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it.
It is a Chamber of Commerce afternoon here in the Peach State of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this. Out to the 27. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Caught by Jones. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Touchdown. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check. Jim.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Throwing Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up.
A gain of 6 yards.
And his kick here is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting offense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll hit his tight end, Walker. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
Switch. Check 9, check 9. Check it. 4-3.
Jones on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. On third down, Wilson is complete to Lockett. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Jones has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Gets it off to Freeman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go. Go, we go.
From the gun, Jones. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
54 Mike. Who that? Who that? Kill.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
On the ready. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Hey, man.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. This is Freeman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We ain't giving up nothing to
Now a handoff looking right. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
23 yards, the final tally.
They're running, man.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that player was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up second and
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Let's go, defense.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on third down. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
49, check 49. Under team.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. And pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Run left, run left. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's fourth.
It's now fourth down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Penny. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Wilson. And he locates Walker. Complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He'll find Metcalf. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson being chased out left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. And he cuts it right sideline. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big run there by Freeman. 41 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check, 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 check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
58 to Mike. Don't get nervous.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first